You can feel it on Channel 4.
Hello everyone, I'm John Michael. This is the 10 o'clock report. An additional tobacco tax in Houston County was approved by the legislature last June and has recently begun paying off to volunteer fire departments and senior citizens programs in the county. Now, Cindy Levin reports that Dothan City Commissioners are concerned about the distribution of the tax and why they are not getting any of the proceeds.
The tobacco tax, which levies 5 cents on cigarettes and 2 cents on cigars, was approved by county voters on a 2.5 to 1 margin. Provisions of the tax call for 75% of the income to go to the county's 16 volunteer fire departments, 15% to Dothan Senior Citizen Centers, and 10% to Houston County Senior Citizen Centers. The city is currently discussing the unfairness of the tax. Commissioner S.A. Cherry says the way it's broken down gives him a little heartburn.
We do go out into the county when a volunteer fire department can't roll. We do roll, and we feel that it's a little bit discriminatory that we're not getting a percentage of this 75% of the tobacco tax.
County Commission Chairman Robert Crowder says with the voters giving their stamp of approval, he can't understand the city's gripe.
Well, I'm concerned about it, Cindy, from the standpoint that all the people in Houston County voted on the tax referendum for the tobacco tax. It was not something that was voted on just by people in the rural areas of the county, but voted county-wide. I would have hoped that the city, at the time that the bill was proposed, would have let their concerns be known about the distribution of the monies at that time.
It's estimated that the tax will bring in about $256,000 a year to be split between the volunteer fire departments, and that the city's senior citizen centers will receive about $162,000, leaving approximately $68,000 for county senior citizens. If the city does pursue legal action, the county says it's ready to battle the matter in court. Cindy Levin, WTVY News.
When it comes to fire protection, the city of Dothan is moving forward with some new equipment. Wayne May reports on 2 new trucks being placed into service.
Dothan's 2 new fire trucks are identical. One is assigned to Westgate Fire Station, the other is here at Edgewood. Equipped with all the latest features, the vehicles cost a total of more than $300,000 and represent the state-of-the-art in firefighting.
It's well equipped. It's got a Cummins engine in it with a 1,250 gallon per minute hail pump, and it's just more modernized than what we've always had over here. It just does a terrific job.
The money to purchase the new fire trucks came from the city's supplemental budget for capital improvements. Fire Chief Buford Fortson says his department was already well prepared, but the new vehicles are a welcome addition.
New truck helps morale. It increases our ability to operate longer without any breakdowns. It decreases the maintenance of the overall program.
The vehicles replaced by the new trucks have been shifted to backup, and the city intends to get its money's worth out of the new ones.
Normally you take them off the front line in 10 years. They'll be a backup truck for 15 years, and then you replace them. These new trucks are aluminum construction, and we're hoping to get at least 35 years service out of them.
Fortson says his department needs to grow right along with the city. There are still other fire trucks that need to be replaced, and plans are continuing for the construction of a new fire station on the north side of town. Wayne May, WTVY News.
The state highway heavily used by Coffee and Dale County residents will be closed for the next several months. Tom Neville reports on the reason, which is the replacement of 3 bridges on the highway.
State Road 27 between Ozark and Enterprise is now closed except for some local traffic in certain areas. For the next 6 months, the state will be replacing 3 bridges on the road that were classified in reports as old, worn out, and too narrow. Senior project engineer Jimmy Hussey says the new bridges will use steel piling encased in concrete instead of timber piling such as that used on the existing bridges. A total of 8 miles of road is completely closed for the time being, forcing those who commute from Ozark to Enterprise to choose an alternate route. Hussey says a little inconvenience now will easily be forgotten when the improved bridges are finished and the road put back into normal use. A mid-June deadline has been put on the $1.8 million project, and officials say so far work is going ahead of schedule. Tom Nibble, WTVY News.
Washington County Commissioners accepted a proposal tonight to turn the county's garbage collection over to a private company. The county has had a long-running battle with environmental agencies over the condition of 2 landfills in the county. One has already been forced to close, and the other must close at the end of February. At tonight's commission meeting, commissioners accepted a bid from West Traco Company of Wausau, Florida. The company will have an exclusive contract for 5 years in the county, excluding Chipley, which has its own collection system. Each resident will be charged $8 per month for the backdoor service. The contract allows that if any municipality except Chipley fails to participate in the program, the cost will go to $9. The company will take the garbage to Jackson County for disposal in the Spring Hill Regional Landfill. The contract with West Traco will begin on March 1st. The company was the lowest of only 2 companies that made a bid on the collection of Washington County's garbage. And we'll be back with more news in just a moment.
Jimmy, what in the world are you doing?
Have you seen our competition's TV commercials where they're blowing up Ford pickups?
Well, yes, I have.
Well, everybody knows you can't wear a Ford truck out, so blowing them up must be the only way to get rid of the old Ford truck so I can sell some new ones. I've already cut the price of 1989 Ford Rangers below what everybody else is selling their leftover 88s.
Here, let me give you a hand.
Nobody outsells Ford in the Southland, and if you're ready to buy a new truck this week, think Ford first. First in year-end deals on every Ford in stock with up to $600 cash back on selected Ford trucks. Now with no payments until April at participating Ford dealers for qualified buyers. Offer ends January 2nd, so think Ford first. And save over $2,700 now on Ford F-150. For a limited time, save almost $1,900 now on Ranger. Think Ford first and save. Now on every Ford in stock. Hurry, see one of your 185 Southland Ford dealers today.
The U.S. government and the European community is butting heads over trade issues. Bruce Morton reports on what could be the beginning of major trade problems and price increases for everyone.
Effective January 1st, the European community will ban the import of American meat treated with growth hormones, imports worth about $100 million a year. Today, the administration retaliated, putting 100% duties on $100 million worth of European community imports into the United States. Products like imported tomatoes and pate. That will double their price in American stores. The American meat industry cheered.
We support the administration's policy to retaliate very heavily on this.
There are 2 questions. First, scientific. Are the 5 growth hormones the American producers use harmful? They cite a series of studies saying no.
The parts per million or parts per billion that you find in the tissue that gets to the consumer is no risk at all to the consumer. There's just no way you're going to get a level great enough to cause any damage.
But some European consumers disagree and pressured the European Parliament to approve the ban. The second question is economic. Is this the start of an escalating trade war between the European community and the United States?
The United States subsidizes its farmers to as great an extent as we do.
That's an old argument. The question is, they ban U.S. beef, the U.S. retaliates. What happens next?
The community has said that if this happens, they will be forced to counter-retaliate.
And the U.S. has hinted it will counter-retaliate. The administration is considering a ban on all meat imports from Europe, $450 million a year.
What happened today isn't significant by itself. $100 million is just a tiny part of total U.S. meat production. But it could start a trade war between the U.S. and the European community, and they are major trading partners with a lot at stake. Bruce Morton, CBS News, Washington.
Although all the bodies from last Wednesday's plane crash in Scotland have still not been found, the first 5 began their journey back to the U.S. today for burial. Anthony Mason reports on the body search and the investigation that could be almost over.
British
British soldiers, Pan Am employees, search teams, and their dogs lined the streets of Lockerbie tonight to pay their respects as 5 victims of Flight 103 were the first to begin their journeys home aboard a disaster undertaker's truck. Over the past week, many American families have come to Scotland to await some word of their relatives. Len and Carol Johnson, who lost their daughter in the crash, today visited the splintered cockpit. Another family had left a wreath on the wreckage.
It's just part of the grieving. We just have to make the reality of it in our own minds.
Pathologists have been working from medical records and fingerprints, but many of the victims have yet to be identified. At least 15 more are still missing.
At the end of the day, I think we're going to be left with somewhat, I think you call in America John Does, and we'll have to face that problem when it arrives.
Search teams continue to sweep the hillside every day, and divers have begun to submerge into the bogs and lakes around Lockerbie. More baggage was recovered today. It's a suitcase that has given investigators one of their only leads in the case so far. Britain's top military explosives lab today began studying the suitcase and plane fragments recovered in the wreckage, looking for scorch marks, chemical traces, and shrapnel damage. Results could come as early as tomorrow. The search may go on for weeks, even months. But as the first bodies were sent home tonight, this small town stopped and stood in silence. Anthony Mason, CBS News, Lockerbie, Scotland.
The London Times is reporting tonight that investigators have uncovered evidence that points to a bomb aboard the plane. The newspaper quotes inspectors as saying that heat damage in the cargo bay was most likely caused by an explosion and that slivers of metal were found embedded in some of the bodies of those aboard. The week between Christmas and New Year's is traditionally a slow time on Wall Street, and today certainly followed that tradition. Only 87 million shares were traded as the Dow dropped 6.25 to 2162.68. Analysts say most of the activity was end-of-the-year adjustments by institutional money managers. Gary Bruce is here to tell us all about that weather, the rain that we're maybe expecting.
Oh, we should be. We're expecting it, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen here. But the state will get some rain, and it should start tonight. But chances are that we will also get a little shower or two for our area tomorrow. I'll tell you about that in just a minute.
Home for the holidays? Relaxing? Then get up, get out, and get over to your Jeep Eagle dealer's Get It in Gear holiday sale. Get it in gear now and save on every vehicle in stock. Get special savings on select Jeep Cherokees, cashback deals on Eagle Premiers while supplies last, plus limited time offers on new Eagle Summits. So get it in gear. Look up, America.
See your Southland Jeep Eagle dealers, where you can expect the best.
Harrison Ford. I love you. Sigourney Weaver.
Jack, I forgive you.
Melanie Griffith.
I love you too. What's going on in there? She's dusting?
Working Girl. Her time has come. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
Goodbye, 88. This is your last chance for fabulous final year-end savings at Preston Hood Chevrolet. And your last chance for huge rebates from the factory. Goodbye, 88. Ride into 89 in a new Geo Metro for only $109 a month. Or buy a new Geo Tractor. They're in stock and on sale now. Goodbye, 88. Ride into 89 in a new Chevy S10 pickup for just $111.24 a month. Goodbye, 88. This week only through closing time Saturday at Preston Hood Chevrolet, Fort Walton.
The combination of southerly winds and mostly sunny skies pushed afternoon temperatures to near 70 and into the mid-70s in some portions of Alabama today. The breezy southerly winds are being caused by a strong low-pressure system and associated cold front that extended from Arkansas to northeast Texas. As this weather system gets closer to Alabama, clouds will increase across the state, and chances are that rain will begin to fall after midnight in northwest Alabama. That will carry on right on through the day, and most of the state is expected to get a shower or two for tomorrow. Current conditions in Dothan at 10, our temperature is 59 degrees, the dew point 55, the barometer 30.16, and it's falling. Winds are right now out of the south at 8 miles per hour. No rainfall in our area since midnight. Today's high was 74 degrees. Last night's low, 46. Here are the pool readings for George, Andrews, Woodruff, Bluntstown at 3.48. And the tide table for the next 24 hours. High and low tides for Panama City, Destin, and Port St. Joe. Around the nation today, here's a look at the cloud cover. And as you can see across the southeast, very nice weather, fair skies all across the region today. Here's that big cold front, an area of low pressure that's extending actually from the Great Lakes all the way down into sections of the desert southwest. There's a big, large area of low pressure situated right here that we're to be concerned with. This low and trailing cold front is moving on towards the state, and in fact, some showers have begun to fall across the extreme northwestern corner of Alabama tonight. It's a very unsettled weather right along this cold front as it moves through the Great Lakes region and the upper Mississippi Valley area. Some pretty serious situations across the region today with the ice and snow, the freezing rain. In fact, they had snow this morning across the northern parts of Illinois and into Indiana, and this afternoon that changed to rain. Later on, late this afternoon, that changed back to sleet and snow. So pretty much of a mixed bag through this area, and that will continue. Cold air filtering in across the northern plains, high pressure across the desert southwest. Now the storm system moving in back behind this frontal system that we see right here. We will be concerned with that over the next couple of days as we will see a developing area of low pressure associated with this system right around here in northern sections of Arizona and into southern areas of Nevada. That will as well track on to the east. We may see something from that over the next few days, but for the most part, this front will move through the state overnight and through the day tomorrow. We have about a 60% chance for rain in our area. Then we'll see clearing conditions by Thursday, and we'll get back to more normal conditions. Overnight lows mainly in the 40s. High temperatures are expected to be in the 60s. We'll check that forecast for you right after this.
Ah, Bishop, the new kid. First day. We'll take it easy on you. Just park the Lincoln Town Car.
In the past 3 years, over 91,000 Cadillac owners have switched to Lincoln, many to Lincoln Town Car. They've discovered what a luxury car should be.
Lincoln Town Car, please.
Yes, sir. Town Car, sir.
Good job. Tomorrow, we really will take it easy on you. You'll park the Cadillac. What Cadillac?
Lincoln, what a luxury car should be.
It's the year-end clearance going on now at Ventress Fine Furniture. Save on bedroom, living room, dining room group, and accessories. Now reduced 21 to 53%. Plus, select group of lamps in various sizes and styles marked down to $69.96. And a select group of pictures with assorted subjects and sizes all reduced to $79.96. Year-end clearance means savings now at Ventress Fine Furniture, corner of Honeysuckle on Highway 84, Dothan.
Here's a look at the temperatures from around the tri-state area. We don't have any rain in the state yet that we can see on our radar, so we'll get right to these. 49 in Atlanta, 61 in Birmingham, Huntsville with 60, 57 in Montgomery, 59 in Columbus, Albany, 48 in Tallahassee, 57 in Panama City and Fort Walton. Mobile has 65, Dothan with 59 degrees. Here's the boating forecast now. Winds out of the southeast, 15 to 20 knots, seas 5 to 7 feet. The aviation forecast for tomorrow, VFR marginal conditions for the Wiregrass area. Overnight, increasing clouds, wind southeast 5 to 15, 20% chance of rain, the low near 55. For tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms are likely, 60% rain chance, wind south 10 to 15, the high 72. See the sunrise and sunset times. The extended forecast doesn't look too bad. Cloudy weather tomorrow and the chance of showers in the Dothan area. For Thursday, sunshine and temperatures a little bit cooler. The high should be near 58. Partly cloudy for Friday. Sunny skies ahead of us for the New Year's weekend, and overnight lows 40s, highs mainly in the low 60s. That's the weather. David has sports right after this.
Never again. Absolutely never again. Positively never again will you save this much on the